Hi, Kenny. Welcome, 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 everyone. Nice to see you. We're using this time to just wait for people, like give us 5 minutes and we'll start off. While we are waiting for people, we can use the chat box to introduce ourselves and connect with everybody. My name is Olushola Oladejo. I'm from Nigeria. So let's know where you are joining us from all over the world. Let's connect using the chat section. And if you can hear me, please just say yes, you can hear me. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, I can
Oh,
hear you.
okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. As I said, from Nigeria. Where in Nigeria? Which states? From Lagos, from Abuja, from Ekiti, from Ondo. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. And if you are a foodpreneur, you are a food entrepreneur, just say your business. Let people know that, yes, this is what you do. Ekini Ogun State, this is what I do. If you come from the Telegram group, let people know that we are there. Oh, Alapere, my Ketu people. Sorry, I just want to let our guests know that we've started and we're going to start in a minute. Ewekoro, Ogun State. Wow. Ogun people, you are plenty, eh? You are plenty. Thank you for joining. If you can on your video, please do. Let's see our beautiful faces. Let's see our beautiful faces. So that when I see you, I'll like, this looks familiar. Based in Lagos. Okay. Do you have any questions as regards this topic? So our topic today is thriving, running a thriving food business. We know in Nigeria today, a lot of things are going wrong. Some of the things we are not even expecting it. So if you have any question that is disturbing you concerning your business, let us know. You can put it in the comment section when we start. We'll answer it as we go along. So I'm trying to look for our guests. One of our guests has joined. We have 2 more guests to join us. Okay, so let's start while the other people join us. Let me just give a brief notification. Okay, somebody's from the Telegram group. So if you're from the Telegram group, let's just know that, tell them in the group that we've started though, they should join. If not, they're going to miss out. Okay, so my name is Olushola Oladejo. I'm the founder of Foodpreneurs Hub. If you're meeting me for the first time, this is your first time of joining any of our events, our session, our webinar, just say hi in the comment section. Let's welcome you. Let's welcome you. I know some names here have been joining recently. I've been joining recently. We've been having a lot of our sessions. Somebody said this is our first time. Let me see. Kenny, welcome. Welcome to Foodpreneurs Hub. Welcome. So can you see my screen? Let me just do a brief introduction for those that are joining us for the first time, for those that don't know what we are doing here. What are they doing? Who is this woman talking? So let's do a brief introduction before we start. So you're welcome to Foodpreneurs Hub, and my name is Olushola Oladejo. As I've said, I help establish food businesses. You will know how I do that in a bit. Like I said earlier, I'm the founder of Foodpreneurs Hub. I have a BSc and an MSc in food science and technology, and I have over 7 years work experience in the food manufacturing company. I'm a wife and mother. I love reading novels and watching movies just to relax, to keep my head insane. Yeah, I can see your question. Yes, Mr. Kola, second time around. Nice to have you again. So at Foodpreneurs Hub, what is our goal? What do we want to achieve? We want to empower people. We want to empower people to be able to empower others. Like, okay, how do we get to empower? We do that by giving out, by sharing knowledge. Knowledge is one of the empowerment tools that we need. And share information as regards your food businesses and connect you with other food entrepreneurs so that you'll be able to do what you know how to do best. And in helping other people establish their food businesses and empowering others with information and knowledge they need, we are enhancing food security in Nigeria and all over the world, because we're able to make more food available. Then by so doing, we reduce food waste and food loss. So how do we empower? One of our means, what we do is we have online courses. So we have online courses, starting a bakery business, starting a sesame oil business, starting a groundnut oil business, starting a black seed oil business, and we also have started powder yam business. So these are the online courses we have that you can enroll in and get the knowledge you need to start this business if you're interested in this business. And we have webinars like this. We also have live sessions and we have coaching. So if you think you need one-on-one coaching on your business, in starting a food business, you can reach out to us and we will get on it. Then we also do consulting, help you establish your food business. Because food business is a lot. You have to talk about, okay, your raw materials, food production, your recipe, SOP, quality control, quality assurance, marketing, sales. Do you understand? So all of that will help you with NAFDAC registration, all of that. Then so it's a community. We can't do it alone. We have to work with other food entrepreneurs and create a community. That's why we have the Telegram group, and we it's for aspiring food entrepreneurs. We also celebrate our food entrepreneurs there, because we know this is not easy. It's not easy to be a food entrepreneur. It's not easy to be a businessman or a businesswoman. And we connect and network. That is what Foodpreneurs Hub is all about. So you can connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Is at Foodpreneurs Hub. You can also check our website. It's www.foodpreneurshub.com. Then the Telegram group link is this. So today, this is our session, and we have 4 amazing, beautiful, strong, intelligent women that are doing great things in the food industry in their various sectors. And first on my list, we have Ayeni Wuraola-Ogungbola. She's a very good friend of mine. She's the founder of iylfoods, and she's doing amazingly well. She just launched a new series of books, which we're going to be talking about in this session. We also have Oladepo Elizabeth. She's the founder of @07foods. She's doing amazing well with agricultural products, exports, and all our food packaging. Then we're talking. Then I have another wonderful food entrepreneur here too, Osato. She's the founder of Elgazo Foods. You need to check her out. She'll be introducing herself in a bit and be able to know more about her. And I also have a very good entrepreneur here too, Sarah Olagoke. She's she'll be letting us into how she does what she do, especially in marketing and growing her food business. So I've introduced them. One way or the other, we'll have met them or we know them, but they've given us the opportunity to be able to talk to them this evening, and they'll be able to talk to us. So let me start with my wonderful friend, Mrs. Ayeni Wuraola-Ogungbola, to introduce herself. She'll tell us about herself, her background, educational, marital, what she's doing now. Is she here? You can unmute yourself and...
Yes, she's here. Hi everyone. Good evening. I trust that day is going okay. Thank you, Shola. Thank you so much for this opportunity, and I congratulate everybody on this session. And I pray that we all continue to do exploits in our various businesses or careers. So I don't really have much to say, because she has said everything. I don't know what's really that you want me to say now. Yes, I don't know. I'm a biochemist by degree. I'm a entrepreneur. I am the founder and CEO of iylfoods and Insput Chupa, where we do plantain chips. I also recently became an author. I authored a few books and launching 3, of course. I think it's all over on the internet, where I've been posting non-stop. Okay, so that's it basically. And I'm married. I have 2 boys. I'm sure you must have been hearing their voices. I apologize for that. I said 2 boys. Yeah, 3, including your dad. Guys, side joke, don't mind us. Right, so I'm just happy and I'm glad to be on this session. I always like to impact, and I'm hoping that everyone would have a great time today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So our next person is Tamara here, Oladepo Elizabeth. I've not seen her. Okay, if she's not here, I saw El Gazelle Foods the other time. Osato, can you unmute and
Good
please
evening.
introduce yourself? Good evening.
Good evening. Yes, I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Good
Thank you for
evening.
having me here tonight. I am super excited and grateful. Thank you, Mrs. Olushola, for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted, and I see what you do. I follow what you do, and I'm simply just amazed by what you do. Thank you. Thank you for allowing God to use you too. All right. So my name is Osato, and I'm a chemical engineer, and also I have a mini MBA degree. I'm an active member of Nigeria Society of Engineers and Association of Professional Women Engineers in Nigeria. I have about 6 years working in the manufacturing and food processing sector. So outside that, I also love charity projects. I love, volunteering for a cause. And I'm also the founder of El Gazelle Foods, a NAFDAC certified kilishi company, where we are sharing the goodness of kilishi hygienically and healthy processed kilishi. So presently, God has helped us, and we've been able to have our presence in about 100 stores. Then we also export to about 4 countries outside Nigeria. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sato, for that wonderful introduction. I didn't even know you're an engineer. Can you imagine? You left
electrical engineering.
Electrical engineering. I can remember those days in school. They used to be, women used very few. You see 100 boys, you see maybe 2 girls, 2 ladies.
You're right. You're right.
In engineering. Well, that's good. Nice to know that. Our next is Sarah Olagoke, our Instagram sensational radio. Can you please unmute and introduce yourself?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sarah.
Okay, that you're cool like this. Better not be cool. Eh?
Okay, so my name is Sarah Olagoke. I am the founder of Tesla Foods. Okay, I studied public administration and a bit of marketing. Then I am a digital marketer as well. A failed shoemaker. No, I'm not. Did I fail? No, I am not. So I'm still, yes, left-handed female shoemaker, yeah. So I'm still proud with that. Because I still make shoes and bags.
That you stopped or you did cut?
No, it's my guys, my people in that industry that used to say, oh, no, she left us to she left us for food industry.
For food. But that's where the money is now.
Yeah, somehow. And money too is in leather and crafts. Yes.
Yeah.
We have money here too. Okay, so I am a food safety certified and I'm into what do we do again? Beans flour. Don't mind me, everyone. Beans flour, puff mix, barbecue and grills, and okay, we just launched some other few products: rice pando, oat flour, puff mix, and the rest. So that's it. I'm married and I'm in Ogun State. Yeah, I think that's all for that. So hello, Osato, and Mama, let me greet that very well. It's good to share this platform with you, Ma. Mrs. Ayeni.
Miss Mama, maybe because of our boys,
yes, I think she's occupied. Yeah.
So when she's
but thank you everyone for having me. Thank you everyone for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. I don't know if Elizabeth has joined. Is she here?
I thought she was here earlier. So let me see. She's not here. Maybe I will have to send her a message.
Okay, please do. I sent her a message. So while we are waiting for Elizabeth, so we've listened to our panelists. They've introduced themselves. They've told you their background. And what you can notice from their background is that everybody's educated. Everybody, one way went to school. And you can see that they didn't limit themselves to just what they study, maybe out of passion, and they're in the food industry. And I'm going to be asking them the next question. Why why did they venture into food? At what point in their life did they decide that, okay, I'm ready to do this? Why? So we want to know the why behind their stories. Why did they start food businesses? What problems did they want to solve? And are they solving that problem? So we will start with Osato. You can unmute, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I am. All right, thank you so much. So I noted some things down, about running a thriving business in Nigeria. And one of my first points was you need to understand your why as a business owner. Why are you doing what you're doing? And I'm so excited that you asked that question, because when I cast my mind back, what I can just say is that do not rush the process. I remember when I first started business at age 15, I started business because I needed more money. So I started selling Okrika clothes. From Okrika, I started selling recharge card. From recharge card, I started selling shawarma. From shawarma, I moved to Zobo. From Zobo, Zobo was when I made my most money, my most profit. I actually made my first 1 million naira from selling Zobo at that point in time. From Zobo, which other thing did I sell? I know I sold so many things before I now ventured into the kilishi business. And that's why I say, do not rush the process. After understanding your why, take time. Everything is slowly but steady. So now I all started at age, while I was selling Zobo. Zobo was the last business I did before kilishi. So while I was selling Zobo, to cut the long story short, one of my hands started complaining of, food poisoning, after she had consumed, one kilishi that she bought. And I started researching, why will kilishi want to, injure my auntie, that she's in the hospital for how many days? And that was how the research started. I saw online, I went online to search about it. I was like, oh, so this is how it is being made. This is where it is being made. And I'm like, so what can I do to improve it? How can anybody can do kilishi business and you make your cool money, yeah? But I was targeting people that are health conscious, like my aunts, people that they want to consume kilishi and not land in the hospital. Wow. So people that are health conscious and people that want the healthy lifestyle. So that was my why. So the why of my business, I'm making kilishi for people that are health conscious individuals who are concerned about their health. You can go anywhere and buy kilishi. I know some of us, you go to Abuja, please let me to buy kilishi when you're coming from Abuja. It's a normal thing, yeah? But what's our why? Because we are targeting health conscious individuals who are also kilishi lovers, like my aunt. So that was how, I started the kilishi business. I journeyed. I didn't just start like that. I journeyed to learn how they make it. I can't remember countless trips I've gone to the north. I'll get to the north. I'll get there around 2 a.m. in the morning. My mother will say, I'll be like, don't worry. Okay, I'm staying with my aunt. Don't worry. I went the extra mile. I didn't just say, I went the extra mile and I put in enough effort. So understanding your why as a business person, why are you doing this? Because you want to manufacture, you want to make healthy food for so people. So it helps even when you get weary during your journey. Understanding your why that, some people will die if I don't make healthy foodstuffs available for them. Some people will be poisoned. Some people will land in the hospital. So understanding the why for me, that's it.
Oh, thank you so much, Osato, for that. Yes, food business, when you, like she said, I just want to pinpoint one of the things she said. There are lots of problems you can solve in the food industry. Like now, one of the problems she's solving is food poisoning. She's trying to make, especially kilichi. I know one of the reasons why I stopped eating suya was because of the health, the preparation, the mode of preparation, even how they sell it. Do you understand? I love suya, but because of my knowledge of food safety, and I know this is so wrong, And I'm happy that somebody like Osato is coming out to do that for Kilichi and trying to make it how will I put it, in a hygienic way, in a very good hygienic way, to make it healthy and make us consume it and not fall sick, and maybe not stop people that love it from eating it, because a lot of people have stopped eating some of those things just because of the way they prepare it or how they fall ill after eating such of those things. So you can see what she's solving, how she has decided to solve it, and how she has journeyed from not knowing how to make kilichi to now making one of the best kilichis. Do you understand? So you have to journey, you have to learn. It's learnable. There's nothing that is not learnable. You have to learn it. And she told us, she mentioned Zobo. I can remember when I was in school too, I saw Zobo. And she just made me remember that, oh, I saw Zobo too. So do you understand? So there are a lot of, most entrepreneurs, they don't just end up one. If you ask them, they will tell you they've done so different things before they finally settled for the one they think, okay, yes, I'm ready. So don't rush the process, journey through it, enjoy the process. If it works out, yet, if it doesn't work out, find another thing to do. So I think that's a very wonderful message. Thank you, Osato. And now I'm going to be going to my friend, Madam Wura. So why, she has told me her story before, and it was when she told me, it was the first day I met her, she told me her story. And since then we become friends because of her story. And I want her to share her story with you, why she went into food processing and how she journeyed into food processing. Wura, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I'm still here. So thank you again for this. I know that I don't think I can ever get tired of sharing my journey. I think it's important that people draw strength and people draw strength and insight from it. And the bottom line of my story is that you can do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
Whatever you set your mind to. If you want to do something, you will do it. So before, the interview is somewhere on your on
my website, yeah.
Your website, yes. So as usual, I'll say it again. I started my business with 4,000 naira in 2016. This time this was 13 days after I had my first child, and it was a very what's it called time for me. I was just recovering from a failed business. Okay, now you know why I had to put out that book, Recovering from a Failed Business, because it kind of helps. I feel like it will help a lot of entrepreneurs, regardless of whatever field that you are. So I was trying to gather momentum. I've been in cereal and businesses. I was in the beauty business at that time. I'll be prior to that time. And then long and short, I started gradually. The first motive for me why I started was because I wanted money. I was a broke ass man. I did not have shigbai. It was a very difficult time, being broke, having a child, kilo shele. And there's no way as a woman, as a married woman, you want to support, your spouse regardless of anything. And if you're for someone like me, I didn't always like or enjoyed asking for help. Now, asking for help is priority. I'll get to that. I didn't always like to ask for help or ask for things that, I would need. So it was very difficult for me to, stabilize. Then I decided to start the business. Along the line, I felt and I figured that it was not enough. Selling food then was like, I wanted something more. I wanted more impact. I want to do more. I want people to be able to live, and then I found out about diabetes. Not like I just found out, but I looked into diabetes and I said, you know what? I want to make an impact. So this bore the hunger for wanting to find a cure or wanting to find something to help manage diabetes through food. And I wanted people to live healthy. Looking at the way people process food in the market, I had been to the market one day and this was like 2 years ago even, and I saw somebody grinding gari and grinding pepper and added gari. I had never seen that kind of thing in my life. I was so stunned, and the guy was looking at me like, will you face front or something? And I'm like, hey. And after they finished grinding, it was fine. Like, even me, if they so dark, I prepare to me. God knows I will buy it. Because you can't tell the difference. It was so fine, and then they added a bit of color, and it was really nice. So the technique which people use to process food was not very good. However, I did not have money again, like I said, and I knew that I wanted to do something good. I wanted to do something good. I wanted to. That diabetes quest is a long shot. But being a big dreamer, I just started with whatever I had. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that if you want to, you want to do something, what can you do to propel you to get to that place? I know that I knew that I did not have the resources to actually land me in a research lab studying what will cure diabetes or whatever. But I knew that I had to do something to get there. So I started with the fewer businesses, the fewer products that I could lay my hands on. What's it called? Pepper, Cameroon pepper, egusi, ogbonna, and all of those things. That whatever money I gather from there, I would use it, to continue my quest in finding ways to manage diabetes, especially for women living with diabetes, pregnancy-induced diabetes, hormonal imbalances, and all that. Long and short, it was after about a year or two, I just started, I introduced Ofada rice after my research, and then I continued in that regard. And today, I've been able to create some seasonings that helps you to manage your blood sugar. Is something that everybody can eat. At the same time, is significantly produced or was significantly streamlined for those living with diabetes and high blood pressure. So that's my small story that's like in a nutshell. And that's one of the reasons why, along the line, you've made mistakes, you've done all sorts. That's why I started my coaching and my the OAW brand sessions. So yes, I hope that has helped a bit.
Yeah, thank you for sharing your story and sharing your why. So one of the why was that she was looking for a solution to help people manage diabetes better or even prevent it. And she talked about mixing garri and pepper. A lot of things happens in Nigerian markets that you won't believe that you are part of. You were even once a victim. Like I was watching one video on Instagram, I think it went viral, how ogbono can be so clean. I didn't know that ogbono, the ogbono, when you go to the market, is brown.
Yes,
I mean, I'm not Igbo.
I think I saw that video.
What do you say?
I said, I think I saw that video too. It was,
it was brown, and somebody had to wash it, and it was white. I was like, God, is this what I've consumed? Me, as intelligent as I am, I've consumed somebody like this. Do you understand? So there's a lot of work that needs to be done in the food industry, and I'm grateful that some of the food entrepreneurs are solving that problem. She's talking about food adulteration. Now, a lot of adulteration goes on in the food industry, trying to mix one chemical with another one, or try to mix another product with another product, and you're buying it. Do you understand? So thank you, Madam Wura, for solving that problem of food adulteration in what you produce. At least when you buy something from some trusted entrepreneur, you know that this is what you're getting 100%. Nothing added, nothing missing. So now we are going to Sarah, and she's going to tell us her why. She has told us her why before on Instagram live session. And I thank God she shared her story. And network messed up that day, I can remember. And it was one of the reasons why I decided to stop doing Instagram live and do Zoom, because it's a smoother, no network interruption to some extent, and we're able to communicate. So can you please share your story again with us, why you started Tesla Foods?
Okay, good evening, everyone, once again. Sorry, I love to greet. I'm a Yoruba girl. I'm sorry.
You're welcome. It's allowed.
Okay, so growing up, let me say I'm from a typical Lagos family. like home that everybody wakes up very early. You wake up. Although my parents, they moved from the northern part, so my mom really found it difficult then to adjust because she was always like, "Wala ulewa komishele kobai." So we're staying. I don't even know how to calculate that miles. I can't calculate it. But for people that knows Lagos by the expressway very well, Sha. Mowe, not really Mowe, Pakura, let's say Deeper Life Camp, opposite Deeper Life Camp. And your mom has to work at Maitu, that's the Papa Expressway, the Signal Barracks there. You can see the distance. Please, people that, I think we have engineers here, people that know how to calculate very well. Please, what's that kind of mile? So that kind of mile that everybody have to wake up very early. You have to go to your, so from buying street food and the rest, and there was little or no time to make food. My mom that used to make everything, even up to meat pie, everything in the house. She does all those things by herself. So we now become children that we cannot really have that kind of thing at home. And malnutrition sets in for our last born and like that. Then also, that was how the beans flour started though. Then, in fact, all my products, they have one story behind them. Then for the puff mix, you remember when I was introducing myself, I said, I am a female shoemaker. So the puff mix happened that where I used to work as a shoemaker then, the workshop, we always go hungry. And being the only female among how many guys, like almost 10, 15 guys, and you have to teach new people, so you have to talk and talk and talk and talk. We need to eat, but where are we going to get food? I've had issues of food poisonings before. So, and everybody, the Nigerian context, as a female, they expect you know how to cook, you have to cook and everything. And me, I'm a very lazy person. In fact, I'm the only one in my house. My husband is not around. I cannot count the last time I make correct food in this house as a lady. So I was like, hey, well, you people cannot come and kill me with food. Let us think of something else. That was, I went to go and buy flour, mix everything, and we had the puff that day. Then I think few days after, I can't remember, few days after, we went back to it, and it was still nice because after everything, I put it in a pack, in a plastic bag, clipped it very well, and it was, and when we tried, in fact, I was not even the one that tried it. It was someone else at the workshop that tried it, and they were like, Sarah, can you puff to mix enjoy it as? Sarah, that puff mix you missed that day. It's really works well for us. So we've eaten your puff. I was like, whoa, okay, let me look into it very well. So from there, I had to go to people that do all this pastries and the rest. And I was like, okay, I want to learn. They were like, what do you want to learn? I said, I don't want to learn cake. I want to learn other snacks and the rest. They were looking at me like, are you serious? Like, what's wrong with you? And these people know that I make shoe because I did not go far. I was still within my workshop at Abule Egba Axis then. So they know that, okay, this girl makes shoes with Octozi and she's here to come and learn just snacks. Like, what kind of game are you playing with us? You get now? And this is someone that loves business a lot. I got a job then. Okay, I started that business, but I did not really, you get now, by the time I got a job, I stopped every other thing. I was busy with my job. I stopped Oriflame. I stopped shoemaking, the puff mix, the beans flour, all those things I was doing. I stopped everything, was busy with my work. So people at office too, they started complaining. They were having a conversation of moi moi or begiri and all those things. And I was like, Sheba used to do this thing. And I went to meet my mom. Mommy, if you do beans flour and keep, how long will it survive? She told me, I was like, okay, I think I need to meet food nutritionist to give me professional or training and the rest. And that was it. And the new products that I just launched is that's the oat flour, the oat puff mix, and the flakes, the pepper flakes is rice pando too. I would say they're personal because it's from my own life story. I used to struggle with PCOS. There was a time that I was so fat and all those things, and I lost pregnancies, like 2 pregnancies because of it and the rest. And doctors at some point, they were only trying to bring the flow back. So the injections and the drug they were giving me was increasing my uterus and myself. So sometimes I never knew that when you're fat, when you're a slim person, you just move to fatness, you will not be able to adjust. To breathe, then that became issue for me. I was like, CBC trouble, I cannot do anything. In fact, my page, everything, business too was just because I have able team. So the team were really carrying on the business. But for me, I was just there, just trying to struggle and save myself. So I had to meet with a PCOS nutritionist that said, okay, you know what, you need to change your food. And naturally for me, I don't take Pepsi drink. I don't take some things. So when she said you need to include more spices, I said, you're talking to half Hausa girl, spices. My home is the home of spices. When I start like this, everybody will be like, this girl, you have started all this, your nonsense, roasting and the rest. So they were like, okay, that's good. So all these things, and oats was one of the things that I used to correct the gluten too, because I was having so many reactions and everything just pops, how should I put it? Is it agitate or just everything even water at that time became an issue that if I take this thing, I react to it. If I take this, I react to it. But oat flour was the only thing I was not reacting to. And 07 Kokoro, okay. I had to call her at some point that, please, what is Kokoro made of? She said, corn flour. I was like, wow, no wonder. So that was how this new product came out. Because when there was a day I shared my story on my WhatsApp status and I think on my Insta story, and so many people were like, oh, I am struggling with this too. But they said until when I get married, I am struggling with this too. But people said, no, that is just my system. I am prayers that answered. That's why I had to miss my period. That's why I was like, no, it's not prayers that answered, though. It is a whole lot of issues. But you need experts too. But I can just help you with food that you need to take, things that you need to take, and your diet. And that was everything. So my why now for to just give hope to people like me that come. We can still snack with this. We can still snack with oats flour in one way or the other, and we'll still be very fine. We can still make use of rice and we'll still be fine without the fear or panic of gluten or any other thing like that, insulin resistance and all those things. So generally, my why for Tesla Food is about trying to make sure that everybody gets food to eat, to avoid malnutrition, just like our little brother then, and for people that were so busy. In fact, my mom cannot go a week without making more money now. But before, soldier, like from where to where, she has gone out and she's back and everything. But that's just it generally. And money. Yeah, I will not lie, money, because I love money.
Money is important, Abby.
Yes, as you're trying to make sure that people get fed and people get good food and healthy food as well. I would not lie. According to what Mrs. Wura said, I experienced it. You know, I'm in the pepper. I have pepper products now, so I'm in the pepper sector. So I know what they do. Not even only pepper now. So many things that people mix. They mix so many things. Just yesterday, I saw a video where they were this thing that people used to take pap with. All these our grandmas. Is it agumu? Those herbs. Yes, they caught a guy in Ilorin just yesterday. I saw the video today. He was mixing sawdust from woods, sawdust and what's this thing? This thing that they use for is it PVC or POP? That's ceiling, new ceiling now that they do. And sand, that was what he was mixing, and he was selling as agumo for people. So you see, the food industry is wide, and it has a whole lot of things that so many people still need to come in to correct, just as we are there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Teslie. Thank you, Sarah, for that wonderful why. So one of our whys that I want to say again is convenience. Like last Saturday, we talked about food processing and why food processing. And you can see most of the whys falling into that category. So she's trying to make processed food available at your convenience. So you don't have to go through all the stress for beans flour now. You don't have to go through all the stress of peeling beans, grinding beans. You just need to get our flour, get the puff-puff mix, and get your food ready. So she's trying to
even peeled beans for people that don't like beans flour. Peeled beans.
Peeled beans. So you can see she has done the processes and making food available at your convenience. So convenience is one of the problems in the food sector that she is trying to solve. And now she has gone further to be held for people that are health conscious, to be able to solve some of the health issues she has faced. So you can see that the food industry is so wide. It's so wide. There are a lot of problems that needs to be solved. We are solving it, but more needs to be done. And the money aspect, like I said last week, when you exchange value, business is about exchanging value. You're giving value, you get value, profits or money in returns as your value. So that's the why. Thank you for the why. And now our first question, before we start answering questions. So if you have any questions, because there are a lot of food entrepreneurs here on the call, a lot of us are food entrepreneurs one way or the other. If you have any questions or you have any comments, you can please put it on the chat box. I've seen a question we are going to be answering later on. So we're going to be asking about challenges. We know this food business industry, yes, the entrepreneurs are talking like it is easy. They might have they might have faced some challenges, and we're here to talk about the challenges so that to prepare people that are about to start that, okay, this is some form of challenges you're going to be facing in this industry, and hear from them how they'll be able to overcome those challenges. So I'm starting with Madam Wura. Her challenges, since she started her food business and up until now, what are the challenges she has faced and how has she been able to overcome those challenges? She'll give us 1 or 2 points and we'll move to maybe one point. So because of time, just give us 1 point and be able to move to others. So sis.
Don't worry, I'll do 2, it's fine.
Okay.
I would even have loved to do more, but time will not permit me. And I've actually put so many of it in the books that I released. So, I mean, I'm just going to point out, I was going to talk about 2. One of my biggest challenges that would be funding for my business. Wow. It was, like I said, it was a difficult time when I started. I mean, who starts a business is for 4,000 naira? Doesn't all sound ridiculous? I know some people start with way less, but because of the kind of picture that I had in my head, I knew that 4,000 naira was chicken change, was a snack money, and getting access to finance was a big challenge. The second thing that I would say has been a challenge for me was what's it called? Getting clients. Before I started, I was not certain as to who was going to buy this thing. I just started. I didn't have people that were asking or requesting for the product or anything. I didn't have like an established customer base to say, this set of people are people that I'm going to go and sell this market to. Bear in mind, I said I did not have any money, so I was just looking for money when I started. At the first instance, I'm telling you. So getting customers was like breaking into Aso Rock at that time. Now, what did I do differently? How was I able to, or how have I been able to combat that over the years? One, I like fine things in this life. I like fine things. And I like quality stuff. So the 2 things that I had in mind was quality of service. Whatever it is I'm putting out, whether I want customer or not, it has to be quality. Otherwise, if I get a customer today and they buy the shabby thing I'm selling, they are not going to come back. So I decided to say, you know what, let me make my products very good that they will hardly be able to say no to this thing. Number 2 way of how I did combat it was improving on my presentation. My product presentation was top notch. I always looked for ways to reinvent if you look at my products, you say, what's going on? It's only this, it's not this pepper that you are selling that is looking like this. I enjoy when people see, because the eyes eat first before the mouth. If you don't see anything that is nice, you will not want to buy it. I like, if you are looking at a mannequin and you see a cloth that they hang there, and you are looking at the thing that looks like skilly willy, you will not want to buy that cloth. Even though the fabric and the textile that they used in making that cloth is 100%, you still have a second thought of buying because it doesn't look nice. Even though you have the body to fit in it, you still not want to buy because it doesn't look nice. So how I was able to, channel that a bit was my presentation of products and quality of service, basically. I really won't be able to say so much. There's so much to talk about I have so much to say, but I mean, if I start, nobody will have time to to come and say their own again. So yes, that's just it for me. It's been getting funds to run the business, and that funding up until last year, I think I shared about how I lost 7 million naira last year. It was last year. This after 5 years, I've been how many years in business now in the food space. I mean, I be 6 years in October. But I'm saying that if I could still, if I can still have that kind of story to tell in financing businesses for that long of a time, that it's still something that needs to be worked on. But I've been able to combat that with various ways anyway. And like I said, I can't say too much. I can't say too much. This time, we will not finish here today. So that's just it. Funding and customer base.
Okay, thank you so much. So finding customer base, you were able to package your product very well to make it attractive for more customers. I think that's one of the answers to customer base. Then funding is will always come up. Even when you're in business, you need money, you need cash flow and all of that. And for food businesses, you just need to sell more to be able to, you're able to sell more to be able to get more cash, be able to get more money. And I think another thing, another advice I have for food business is that when you start in the early years, try to plan your profits, or try to plan your money back into the business. Like when you start, put it back into the business, use it to get an equipment, use it to get another material. Do you understand? And gradually, until you break through, even when you break through, you can still save this percentage of my profit still goes back into the business, and that's how you grow gradually. And I think my second person to answer this question, to tell us our own challenges, will be Sarah. Sarah, I'm coming back to you shortly. Now, what are the challenges you faced in this business, and how have you been able to overcome those challenges? 1 or 2 challenges is fine.
Okay. If I say money and funding, it will be as if I'm repeating what my mama said, but every business, almost all businesses, she started with 4,000 naira. She did not borrow. Me, I borrowed. Till this, my mom still used to say,
my darling, that 4,000 was not my own, it was for a customer. The customer, so I time is there. It was customer's money. Say, get me to put food. That's the money.
It's customer's money.
It's customer's fund, though. It's not my own self.
And again, let me mention, that's another way. That's another way to get money. Use customers' money. I sell this, I make this. Bring your money, I'll make it for you. You make it, you give it to the person. Take the profits, continue selling again. Just make sure your integrity is at stake. Your integrity is solid. Do you understand? When you sorry, Tesla, I just had to say that.
Sincerely, because when I started, then did I even start? I just know that I went to register business name. In fact, I registered the business name with the mind of, later, like shoemaking and bag making. So that was the thing I actually registered to. But when I started the food business, I was like, okay, now I have understanding of this thing. How do I start? My mom got so good. She used to buy plenty food at home. So I just went to carry her beans, took 3 paints, wash, and I started selling. And that was what I did. Until today, she still always accused me of this. Onigbe say, my money for the 3 paints of this.
You to go and pay 3 paints of this now.
I mean, you have make your money. Go and pay her. Please.
Pay her money.
Mama.
So that was, I would say, sincerely, don't let me repeat what my mama said because of time, but everybody, almost all businesses have that challenges of funding and getting customers. So let me just go to the aspect of logistics. Like after you've gotten the customer, you've danced on TikTok, on Instagram, you've said all the English you went to school for to prove that you don't waste your money and you said everything. So now meet up with these people. If our local logistics partner, if they do not disappoint you, the ones that do the cargo for exporting, where you think, oh, I am going to make, I've started any in dollars, or, oh God, thank you, answered prayers, then those ones too will mess you up. Or the immigrations there too will say, no, at this period, we are not accepting this kind of products, and they will send your products back to the country. So that's another issue, logistics. But what I do now is, if I am not using full body, that I know that it's not just any other person that is the boss, whereby the rider will be the one dictating for the boss. What I do is I get guys that they are on hire purchase, their bikes are on hire purchase, and they pay weekly. So these guys, what I've done, I've discovered from my research is that these people tend to work harder and faster than the regular ones that their madam is paying them salary. Because I observed that, I did few research about it, and I was like, okay, I think this is going to be an option with me. So if you're not picking up my products from from stores, then you pick up, then riders will deliver to you, and be sure that you will get your package that day. Else, I will deduct 500 naira from their money. They know. No matter, after I deduct it and we fight, the next day you come, I will buy you Fanta, you will drink Fanta again. And if you meet us eating something you eat, you mess up again, I deduct 500 naira. Go and bring your olopa. Means I will tell you that you spoil. You run by integrity with my customers. So those ones, that's another. Then for cargo now, what I do is either if it's the regular products that I know that they are not perishable on time. So, and they can stand it in containers. Okay, we do the sea cargo, or we meet people and tell them, madam, do you have people that send to you? Like agents, if you have your own agent, because agents, I've never visited police station before, although I lived in the barracks, but I've never visited there before. But I visited a police station because of Nigeria cargo agents. In fact, I visited one on the 4th of January this year too. This year, my husband was like, well, you and this your people, police station, I don't understand your problem with them. So what I do now is you bring your agents, your cargo agents, and we deliver to NACO or wherever their office is. So the second one I would say again is, should I say accreditations at times? Yes, accreditations of some of these products. Sometimes going the right way, at times you feel, oh, it's tedious, it's clinical, but that is still the best way. Else you're going to spend a whole lot of money. Is either you go through the right way and you make sure you do it the right way for them, so that they are not going to delay you and you don't prove to them that you know too much, or, oh, I read it somewhere, I've seen it somewhere. The training we did said we can only pay 5,000 naira for this, and we are supposed to pay 5,000 naira for this. And they will prove to you that, oh, you want to show me that you know my job. Okay, no problem. So accreditation is another issue that so many people think is that expensive or is that difficult. So many people want to shy away from it. But the truth is, you need this thing, especially in food industry. You need it. I live in Arepo, a supermarket. I was even thinking, oh, I should take my products to last year then. That was like I think, okay, so it was one of my team members that came to the office and said, that did we still have that people that they came to lock up a supermarket? And I was like, what happened? And when we got the information was that they took in a product that was not certified by NAFDAC. And they had to shut down that place for I think for like 3 weeks or so. So before then I had to open it again. And For me, I know that the owner of that place would have done so many work to get that place back and running. It's not easy. Especially, don't let us lie to ourselves in this country. You know that once government sealed your premises, to get it to open back will take a whole lot of things from you, your time and your money. Yes. And by the time you come back, before you get back on your feet, your customers, to accept the loyal ones, some would have gone to your competitors. Not even in Arepo that we have more than how many stores? We have like 6 stores already. So you get one store being locked up. Of course, they will go to another one. Even if not in Arepo, they will go to the ones in Lagos or the ones nearby. So let me just use those two.
Oh, thank you so much. So logistics, I know logistics is a big issue. And thank God for that idea you've given us, that we should go and look for people that are on hire purchase. Those are, they will take their business seriously because they want to own the bikes at the end of the day.
I have a question. Is this hire purchase? Don't be angry. I was not going to ask before, but I have big mouth. Don't be angry. So this hire purchase guys, do you know them daily? Sorry, if there's anybody that I don't understand you, but I'm a bush girl. So as I was saying, do you know them to their houses? Like, what?
Yes.
Have you ever experienced anybody running away with your products before?
I have. In fact, that one ran away with products with bike. If it was my mother-in-law I used for that lady, because that lady, she's very close to me. So I just told him, I used my mother-in-law's phone to call him that, okay, I have a product to deliver. You should come and pick up at Abule Egba. I gave him the woman's address, my mother-in-law's address, and that was where we got him. So with hire purchase,
so he ran away with the bike, your own bike?
With not my own bike, his boss bike,
and
my products. Yes, my products were there. Another lady, like so many products were there. They were there. The other one, it was even 2 of our bikes. The other one was recovered at Kogi State, Lokoja. That was, it was in Lokoja. So when I started this hire purchase people, what I did was, when they came, I got their house address. I got their church address. The day one of them messed me up, he messed up my job. I didn't even do anything. I went straight to his CAC pastor. I went straight to meet the pastor. Sir, they have not carried you before, Abi. They have not. I am a soldier and prophetess child. I will carry you and carry your stores. Instantly, the next day, the pastor brought him to my factory. So that's what I do. I make sure I get to know them very well, because it's also risky.
Just wanted to be sure that you have it, because it can be very tricky if you don't have that.
Very secured. Yes. So that one has taught me a whole lot too. That woman's experience has really, because she didn't even know anything about him. She just know that he stays at number so and when they was just there for a while with his friend. And the address he gave for guarantor, we got there too. The guarantor said he does not even know him, that they just met on Agbo Jedi joints like that. Jedi joints like that. I was like, wow. So that was why I had to do my research, and I just make sure that I restricted myself to just those 2. Then any other person can now pick up, or the regular, what's it called? These people that we use, Lagos people want to, that we use. So those ones too can now pick up. Yeah. That's those recognized brand. I don't know their name. I skipped it. But you know the ones I'm talking about.
Yeah, those ones. Is it okay?
All those okay sets up. Yes. Yeah. So I use those ones too sometimes.
Okay.
And for testing, I use those GIG. Yes.
Yeah, GIG. Yeah. Osato, next. So your challenges so far with food business, and how you've been able to overcome them. They've mentioned funding, they've mentioned logistics, and which other one she mentioned? Accreditation. That's for us in Nigeria, registering with NAFDAC and all of that. Do you have any to add, or do you still want to talk about the ones they've mentioned?
Yes, I will add, but I mean, what's the first and second speaker, Madam I and Madam Sarah Tessia said, I mean, it's absolutely true. I mean, funding. I'm not sure there's any business where you will get to an house, solve your challenge. We all need money.
We need
money because my own was even better when I started. I mean, I used this Zobo money to facilitate my trip. Then I borrowed. I finished paying back. Glory to God, but I had to borrow. So,
maybe I should go pay back my own.
But the major thing is, money is important. Yes, I can see that in the comment section. Money is important. So, but the major things I would say from that, like how you can help that, is by applying for grants. Tesla Foods is here. She has won like numerous. Apply for grants. Like, there's someone I met the last trade fair I went for, and I was trying to tell her that, I want to slow down on grants. She said, slow down, Guinea. She's a very correctable woman. She said, slow down, Guinea. That she just finished winning $100,000 grant abroad. And she does the shit to fashion. Just sewing clothes, not food, she's just sewing clothes. And she, in fact, right now, she's not in the country because she traveled out for a trip and fully funded. So you have to keep applying for grants as a business owner. I'm sure, if you ask any business owner, I mean, that's one of the things that must have, helped our business at one point in time, applying for grants, putting ourselves out there. Then also looking for more fast payers. It's not all your products that should be in the supermarkets. Look for more fast payers. Even though we supply supermarkets, but we also have fast players. International buyers are fast payers. International buyers are fast payers. People that buy, your next door neighbors, they are fast payers. Look for more fast payers. There was a point Madam Tesley gave. She said, getting customers, and Madam Aye, getting more customers. I mean, to get customers is not easy, because when they say customer retention, I can't think like all the customers where I don't get when I start. There are some customers that are not even with me again. Do you understand? Customers come, customers go. There's nothing you want to do about it. But keep on going out there to look for more customers, online and offline. So now what I'll just talk about, what has been my challenge is getting the right staffs.
Wow.
I don't want to mention what they have all mentioned, because certification also is a very big challenge. Like, they will suck your blood. If I was telling one of my friends one day, I said, when I'm going to NAFDAC office, if you see me, I dress like a village person when I'm going to NAFDAC because I already know their ways. I dress as if I don't have. I dress as if you must just help this girl. This girl is in need. Like, this girl is suffering. To be honest, if I do that, I carry a tattered bag I know what I'm doing. I don't drop my hair like this here when they go NAFDAC. I do everything tattered. No makeup, no earring. Because I know what I'm looking for. And those when they see that this person be like say she be high class person, they will want to tell you. In fact, when we're getting our son, in fact, when they saw me, they were like, you're really trying. Mommy, thank you. They were thanking my family that thank you for supporting this girl. She's really trying. Of course, I'm putting in the work, but I'm also showing them that I am suffering. You have to help me, or else I will die, or all those kind of things. So you have to put in the work, and certification is a big problem. So now moving to staffing. At the point I said, is something wrong with me? Because I realized that any staff that stays with me for 2 months, before I know what's happening, I will see a resignation letter. So it all changed when I visited one of my friends, and I saw how she did everything. She was so firm with her staffs, and she said her staffs have been with her for maybe 6 months. I put my hand on my head like this. And at that point, when I go back home to office, I now realized that I needed to I don't have money to pay for structure costs, but as a small business, I need to also put small structure in the business. Right now, I tell my staff, even if sometimes, I pity them and I don't remove it. If you come late after 7:40, we deduct 200 naira. 200 naira might be small, but 200 naira times 30 days, that's 6,000. I plug it back to my business. If you come late, we deduct from your salary. And they don't come late because that mentality that, madam go deduct, all those kinds of things. But there are some times that I'll be like, to this month, I just pity you people. I'm not going to remove anything. Just take your salary like that. But that putting that structure in place has helped, because there was a staff I had, 8:15, she would just be strolling into the office. And I said, me too, I've worked in Lagos before. I leave home by 4:30. I get to work by 6. I stay at Shogote though. I work at VI. So me too, I've done these things before. So if I'm doing that in Lagos, not to talk of Oshogbo here, where under 10 minutes you can get to your office, you're not strolling to work. Put that structure in place as a business owner. Attendance sheet. I tell them I use attendance to pay salary. So the attendance book, if I'm going through it and your name is not there, I don't pay. So attendance sheet, I must, just those little structures. And I realized that those little structures has helped. I have a sheet of paper where the production process is there. You know what you have to do we pick Mondays for cleanup, general cleanup. They know what to do. They know where to clean. So I realized that even me, I stopped having headache.
Yeah.
I don't have that money.
I don't know how I missed that staffing business, but she has a very valid. Everybody's done. I'll share a story on one staffing this. I didn't want to talk about it, but I will share a story after you.
Have one too. Especially for people handling flour products like me. I have one.
Okay. So Osato finished.
Sorry, where did I stop?
Like you have structure, attendance, to pay salary, and all of that.
Okay, yes. So I mean, that structure, putting that little structure in place has helped. When we send, there are sometimes when the staff scans goods, like some time ago, we sent some goods to Just Right, and it wasn't complete because the staff made a mistake. Instead of sending 200 pieces, they sent 100 pieces. I told them we are going to send it back. We are going to send more orders to complete for it, because there's a way these things also affect you as a business owner. Last week, Just Right sent a message. Oh, we thank all our valid suppliers. Thank you for, because if we are not, because they want to make money. So if we are, me too, I want to make money. If I'm saying 100, I've lost how much from that 100 pieces? And what I said was that any order that is not complete again, whether 3,000 or 2,000 down to the place, even if it's one piece, we must send it to that supermarket. So putting all those little things in place, want to sit up, want to joke with that, because you cannot allow, how much are we even getting from one product? You now allow us miss 100 supply. So putting those little structures in place, they know that, okay, this is what they have to do. We have a group, pack this one, send it to this place, So don't tell me, you are not seeing this thing. So, it's not perfect yet. The system is not perfect yet, but at least as a small business owner, staffing is a very big issue. I will not be surprised if they say they are going tomorrow, but at least that small structure is in place already. Just try to put in that small structure. And at least they've stayed over 2 months now, and I realize I don't have a problem. So glory to God for that. All right. Good. So another issue that I will talk about is the hike in price.
Wow.
In fact, you are tired. The hike in price is so alarming. I don't know how many of us saw the other day where Chicken Republic is now, they have a meal for a meal with egg now. That shows, Domino's Pizza now, they've increased the price to 1,000, the smallest one. That shows how, terrible the hike in prices, this thing is. So on our own end, what we have just tried to do is get more suppliers. Go out there. We went out there to look for suppliers that can supply us our raw materials cheaper than what our current supplier is giving us. Of course, quality, we checked for the quality and everything, but we look for someone that will reduce price for us. And what I would just say is that if the price really is alarming and is hurting you, please don't hesitate to increase it. When we go to some stores to market, they say that this your brand, that there is a brand that everybody knows that their product is this year and their category of product is cheaper. I'll say, do you know how many pieces those people are selling? You can be selling 1 million pieces in a month, and if you are just getting one naira, it's still money as profit. I said, but we are not selling up to that. How will you compare? And please, let's stop comparing ourselves to other business. I mean, it hurts you. I mean, there was a coach I was listening to one time. The person said, always check out for your competitors. Oh, it's good, yeah. But there's sometimes that when you check out your competitors, like, it will dampen your spirit. Like, you just feel like as if you're not doing anything. I realized this year that when I stopped checking out my competitors, I've even achieved more this year than I did last year. I stopped checking out my competitors. All I was after was the growth of the business, looking out for opportunities. Who can I talk to? Who can I meet? Where can we go to increase our public? And I realized that, you know, our growth these 4 months has been very, very good compared to the whole of last year. So sometimes just close your eye to your competitor and just focus that what can I do to get my business to where I want it to be, and not focusing on the competitors. My point before I divert, of course, competitors are there to motivate you, but the first motivation must be from yourself. My competitors, I'm not sure any of them have SON. None of them have HACCP, because if they have it, it will be on their website, because that's something you should be proud of. But I told myself, I'm going to get this, our HACCP, it was sponsored. Somebody from, which they call them, Egypt, maybe in Israel, and he train us. Somebody from maybe Egypt or Israel, I've forgotten the Oyinbo man that trained us. It was the one that trained us. So if I'm looking at my competitors, I will kill myself. Because my competitors are supplying over 300 stores in Nigeria. They're supplying over 300 stores. I'm a small business, so we don't even have a boss yet for supply. We are still talking to garage people. Okay, help us send you to Lagos. Somebody will pick up in Lagos. So what do I want to compare? My competitors are 12 years in business. Do you understand? So you will get there. So just take the race slow and steady. What can I do to get to the next level? I mean, we are in 100 stores already. It's not even easy to get one supermarket to absorb your product. It's not easy. Do you know how many supermarkets we even owe you? Tesla will tell you. Do you know how many supermarkets we even owe you? Yeah. So I mean, just focus on your journey, focus on your race. You will get there. Slow and steady wins the race. I mean, there's one quote I like from Richard Branson. He said, every big business starts small. So of course, we'll get to that point, but at least let's just enjoy the process now. The process, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's inspiring. Like I've always said, it just start from where you are. Little. There's this, I'm from Ekiti, there's this photographer, his name is Little by Little. So little by little, you'll get there, focus on yourself and all of that. And you just mentioned the next point, which is hike in prices of raw materials across the board and even services. The prices don't seem to come down. They are not looking like they are going to come down. They are going up and up. And I don't know. How have we be able to, as food entrepreneurs, be able to solve this problem? Like she mentioned one of our solutions was to look for other suppliers. Like there are people out there still willing to sell at a very reasonable price, maybe because of where they are getting it from. Because, you know, and another point that she made that I think I want to expand on, maybe you need to start look for farmers. If you're dealing with agricultural produce, you need to now go to the source, maybe reduce middlemen. Do you understand? There are a lot of ways you can cut costs, reduce wastage. Look at your process. Is there any way you are wasting your resources? Do you understand? And try to cut down the wastage. Look for other suppliers from maybe farmers directly from the farms, and try to reduce your cost. I don't know if anyone else wants to. How have we been able to solve hike in prices in Nigeria as at now?
Sarah, would you like to go first?
Okay. All right. So as everybody know now that beans is gold. Yes. I've nicknamed myself as the gold merchant because beans is now gold. Beans that we used to buy, like how much for a paint? 300, 500. Broom, 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 broom. A paint that became 2,000 plus. And flour, that's the raw flour now, from 9,000 to 20 something thousand. And I was like, I just remember it was the last year that I went to the depot and they were like, flour is now 11,000. I ranted and ranted and ranted. I was speaking grammar, not knowing that I was still coming to buy it for about 21,000. Hey,
can you imagine?
Not knowing that we are still going to, it's now 25. If you are not buying more than, if you are buying just one bag, it's now 25. Some people sell for 24,500, 24,800. So what I do is, before, I used to use a farmer for my beans, but I lost him to herdsmen issue. In fact, it was so tough on, it was really tough on so many of us that we are his people, his business partners though. So I had to get another one. But what I want to say is that, one, if you're not buying lots of bags now, that's from the north. If you're not buying lots of bags, like you're buying just a bag or maybe half bag or 2 bags, I would just say you should go to the markets where there are several traders for it, for your kind of products or kind of raw materials. Go there, you get it cheaper. Because if you say you want to bring it all the way from that side, you want to bring a bag or something, you need to calculate the cost of logistics too. This thing happened to me. I went to Niger State. Was it Niger? No, my journey was 4 states. I went to Niger, I went to Jos, then I now rounded up at Chad. I went to Maiduguri. So at the end of the day, when I came back and I had to sit down with every findings I got, I was like, could make sense, man. Just let me keep buying from all those people like that. Then just like as Osato has said, you need to get a whole lot of them. So if one says let's say this is one raw material now. If he says, I'm selling for 500 naira, another person will tell you, I am selling for 495 naira. That 5 naira is something. You will still go further or deeper or inside again. You will hear, I am selling for 400 naira or 450 naira. So you can see why it's very good that you have a whole lot of them that you can choose from. And when you click with them, you just try to negotiate price and delivery and everything, so that sometimes you won't have to keep going. But once in 3 months, go back so that you can, should I say reverse the, what's it called? The pricing. Because it smells, there may be cases of whereby these products are cheaper again, or you find someone else that is cheaper. That for me now, what I do now is, I paired with someone now that sells this raw food, like the Igbo guys. So we actually, Yoruba used to say something that humans, we are water. I used to know our way back in Niger State, and we now reconnected back through AEP Faith Foundation. Now discovered that she's in Arepo for that. She's in my exact location.
Area,
So what I do is, whenever she wants to buy, she calls, Madam, how many bags do you need? I want to purchase. So if I have full money, I pay her. And sometimes before I used to think that when you are buying from your supplier, you need to pay in full, all these things. So I will now be running and running, stressing myself. That's when you will see me doing marketing, dancing on the dance. It's a lie, Madam is in Brooklyn. So I just pushed it to her. Okay, I asked a friend and she was like, if she's your regular person, just tell her that you want to pay maybe 200 and maybe you're supposed to pay her 250. You just tell her you want to pay 200 and you balance her 50K later. And when I threw it to she and others, they're like, you know they owe now, it's not you. Yeah. And since that time, I think I now work on my own pace. I'm not running Etasketa again. And they know that Max, the following week, they get their money back and we bring in another. So this way has really helped me with all this raw, because if you say you want to start going to farmers and everything, the cost of logistics alone, and all those guys should have bring this thing, they pay a whole lot of money on the road coming. They pay a whole lot of money. It's not small money. They pay a whole lot of money. So at the end of the day, by the time you calculate everything, you see that if you are not buying full truck, then it does not really make sense to buy direct from them. Just go. You will waka a business. I used to say that if you're a business person and you don't know how to waka, you will waka. Oh, you have to waka. Even if it's inside my 12, you need to waka. Enter the corner. Oh, you go enter the corner. That it was Meduguri I went to, but along the line I found myself in charge, just because we are looking for beans. Okay. Yes. So that's. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that wonderful point. So now she mentioned one point, which is getting supplies and paying later. So you are using, or it's still part of using other people's money. So you're using you're paying a bit, maybe not paying all of them, get your own material, sell and return the money. So make sure, because of the trust they have in her. So now again, you have to build your trust. We'll advise that you establish that trust. Make sure that when you say you are returning back, you're returning back, so that you're able to get more. If you don't return back, nobody will be able to give you that help that you need. And yeah, like Osato said too, if you need to, like, let's look at the Chicken Republic and what do they call it now? Yeah, the Chicken Republic story.
Domino.
Yeah, Domino story. They are creating products. Do you understand? So if you have a product that can sell for, let me give an example, that can sell for 5,000, and you know that people cannot longer afford that 5,000, why not reduce it? Reduce that product. I'm not saying reduce quality, reduce the quantity now and sell at a lower product. An example is the milk. You know, they have canned milk and you have the sachet. So if there's a way you can have a variety of products to have a lower cost, you can go for it. I don't know if everybody understands what I'm saying. Like, look for ways to have a product at a lower cost that people can buy. So you can reduce the quantity and sell at a lower price. I think because that is what Cowbell Picnic are doing. They have bigger a product that you can buy, maybe 1 kg or 900 grams at a higher cost. Looking at the money available to people now, they are always been sachets, so you can have sachets or reduce the quantity and people can buy. So I think those are ways. You just have to improvise. Think on how can you sell more? How can people buy more? How can I push my products more? And in the area of suppliers, like getting suppliers, Tesla has answered to that. You can get your raw materials and pay back, collaborate, maybe 1 or 2 people that want to get the same raw materials. You bring your money together so they'll be able to bargain better and negotiate better. So because of our time, we'll look at questions and answer now. And a lot of people have been asking questions. Let me go. Okay, somebody said, what about power issue? Let Madam I'll answer that. How have you been able to solve power supply in food business?
You mean me, Abby?
Yes, how have you been able to solve power supply?
Okay, so that power supply is inevitable because Nigeria is frustrating us, I won't lie. And I will tell you a secret today. I don't have a generator that uses diesel. Those big gens, I don't use it. Not because I don't want to, but because I like to save money. So what I've been able to do over the years is to look at my location and how they give us light. what is the time frame? For instance, in my factory, in my area where I have my factory, they usually give lights in the mornings between the hours of 9 to 12, and then maybe 4 to 5 or 4, then towards night. But then because I have a working, I have like a timeline for my staff, like you close at so time, they can't work past that time, right? So what we do is we arrange the production that we need to do that requires light. Whatever we have to produce that requires light, we tend to structure it to produce it during that time frame that there is going to be light, so that we are not going to go and be running on generator. I cannot be like, I don't like to be using money to do things that I can conveniently avoid. You understand? So there's some ways that you cannot avoid using generator, like December. November, December is a time that there is no foodpreneur that will tell me that they are not swamped during that period, because it's peak period. You have to work like a German machine for you to be able to. So there's no way you will not use generator. However, it's important that whatever you need to do at that time, when you find out, okay, this is the time frame that light comes, put all the things that maybe is packing or whatever that you want to do around that time. Make sure that it's done around that time that they're going to give you light. Now, if you are in a place, or you have a factory that it's in a place that light is mostly a challenge. Number one, I advise that maybe you get a place that, light is a little bit more constant. 1, 2, if you don't, you can partner up with people that are in the same industry as you, carry your products, package in their facility, because they already have, you just have to come to common grounds or an agreement. People do it. I do it a lot, and I do it for people as well. I don't see it as a big deal, even if I have to charge a token. But I mean, if you are going to go and rent generator, you will pay money too now. Do you get me? So basically, that's what I do. I look at the time frame that they give us light, and then if I see that I don't have the capacity, I get like casual workers to join in on the team, so that they can increase the speed in which their production is going to be done during that time frame, as we know that they are going to take light and so and so. I'm just lucky with that aspect of my business, because I've been in a place where there was no light. When my factory was at Lagos Ibadan Expressway, because we were practically doing generator 247 at that time. So it was not convenient. It was time wasting. It was money wasting. And then you will not be able to produce as much as you want to. Eventually, you will lag behind. So that's what I've been doing. I just went to find a place that light was a bit constant. And I structured my production timing to the time that I know that lights will usually come. And that's it.
Yeah, I think thank you for sharing with us how you'll be able to manage that. So you have to just look at your processes, look at your own processes, look at when you will need light, and look at how when you will have light. Somebody say, what's in the case of blackouts? If you have blackouts and you need to meet orders, I think you still need to get a gen.
You have to get a gen, or you find people you find people. For me, like that's why I wanted to say something when Osato talked about competition. Me, I'm everybody's friend. How do I mean? How do I mean? I'm friends with even people that are selling the same thing that I'm selling, because I believe in healthy competition. The only time that I feel like it's going to be a challenge is when you get carried away looking at what other people are doing. You see this food business, the sky is big enough for everybody. I can bet it with you. You can't do it alone. You cannot be. She has a very valid point, but I just want to chip this in that you can look at, you can look at what competitors are doing. Oh, this is nice, and just go away. Because if you look at another person's work, you used to do your own. While I was there. Do you understand? I mean, the reason why I do that is we don't know where or when we are going to need anybody. And I believe in leveraging of people a lot, because, if you don't have money and you have people, you have everything.
Yeah.
If you don't have resources and you have people, you have everything. You have absolutely everything. So if I have somebody that is doing, for instance, a lubo and beans now, and I'm doing your father rice and pepper, and I know that I don't have light in my faction, and that this person has the capacity to do what I'm doing. Hello, Shola, can you please now, I want to produce this thing and I don't have light. Can I bring it to your... It happened to myself and a friend, stick round. Recently, we wanted to do a project, wanted to supply. I couldn't supply that person because I did not have the capacity. So I reached out to her. We leveraged on it. And then both of us, for some weird reason, village people just worked against us that period. There was no, my grinder went bad. All of a sudden, the next morning, our own grinder too, it was not working. And we needed to grind a ton of oats. A ton, 2 people together. What did we do? We had to now go and look for some place else in maybe Maryland, or where is that place? Lupeju or some funny place to now go and grind those things and take it back to... It was very, very costly. But because we had the determination not to offend any customer, we had to collaboratively do that thing. So sometimes there might be blackout, there might be, what's it called? It's good to always plan ahead. I shared something on my page, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. You need to plan ahead, because it's a different thing for you to be ready to do business. It's a different thing for you to actually have the capacity to receive that thing that you have asked for. I'm very big on faith, right? And if I say I want to do this thing, I just push it together. I say, God, please do this thing for me. And God does it. And I'm sitting there, I'm not ready to receive that, and I'm wasting my time. Do you understand? So leveraging is good. If there's blackouts, unless if there's nationwide blackouts. Do you get what I'm... Unless in the whole of Nigeria, there's no light. You can now say, okay, hello, customer, this light is not available in our region. Please wait for an extra week. But in the case where there is light, you have many people. Networking is everything in this industry. Emphasis on networking is everything in this industry. You cannot do... One person in your field cannot service the entire nation. One person in your field cannot service the whole of the US or the UK or Canada or whatever. So collective effort is what drives and is what thrives a lot in the food space. So really, if there's blackouts, if there's a challenge, reach out to people that you... Sometimes you might even think this person will snub me. You'll be shocked that that person is your competition. You'll be shocked that that person is your competition, is actually looking up to you that, hey babe, don't drop this ball. If you drop this ball, you come back. Do you understand? Yeah. So that's it. So
partnering and networking and all of that. And that's why we have the Telegram group.
Yeah, I'd like to say something too when you're done.
Okay. All right. That's why we have the Telegram group. And I created that group because I know a lot of people reach out to me for things that I know people that do it. And I was like, so I'm in the middle, like I'll not start calling people or sending message. Can you do this? Can you do this? Do you understand? So instead of people call me directly to me, or do I know somebody? I say, okay, well, let's have a group. And if you're in a group, you interact, you speak up. If I need this. Yes, some people are doing it already. I need this. You drop it. You never can tell who will say, okay, I can do this, or refer you to somebody that can do this. Do you understand? So collaboration, leverage, you need all of that. Osato, you wanted to say something. Can you just quickly say it so that we'll be able to have some other questions? We have
yes. I'd like to talk about what iFoods mentioned, and definitely, I'm big on networking. I'm big on, meeting people. I'm big on, collaboration and all that. But I'm talking from experience, and the first few years of my life, I didn't start up with having maybe like a mentor or anybody to guide me. So I know what I suffered in the hands of, people that will do the same business together. We are in Nigeria. I don't know. There's a way this thing, I don't know, maybe it's just me or maybe there are some other people that have experienced that kind of thing. Some people don't want to dish out the whole meal for you. Of course, nobody will say the person has not gone through that stage. People don't want to give you the whole course meal. No matter how, good, and it has happened to me, even with friends. No matter how good and, everything, people don't usually dish out the whole course meal. So there's still like a whole lot of work that you need to do, with your own self. I'm not saying you don't need people. Definitely, even some supermarkets we got, it's true people. Like you said, people, they are true gold. But now, when I was talking about competitor in that case, I was referring to higher competitor. We have different classes of competitors. We have the high competitors, people that they are up there already, that everybody knows them in Nigeria. There's nobody that will say the person does not know cowbell milk. They started the sachet milk first before everybody now, started following them. So they are the high class competitor in your industry. They still that high class, but people that we are still together, me and Tesla, we are of course in the food industry, but different, sectors. We can still relate with each other. Tesla, they come borrow hammer from you. They come borrow this one from you. The other day, my coding machine was not working. I had to meet my mentor. She took me to a big factory. I said, please, this coding machine. She's in another industry different from mine. I had to go to a factory to batch code all our stickers sometimes ago. So of course we need each other, but I was just talking about the higher competitor. I know the higher competitor in my own industry, and a difficult task is access. I mean, hardly before you get access to such people, they have all these, just like saying you want to start, doing milk, or maybe somebody that is doing yogurt, you now want to go and work in Fan Nice. The access is not there. They share information with you. I've been there. I've gone to my competitor's company. They will not show you 1 naira of information. So if we have the same, exactly, like we are still small, we are micromanaging. Yeah? I'm not saying access is bad, though. You understand? Networking is very good. I'm not saying it's bad at all.
Okay. I've actually had my own fair share of people like that, but because I get coconut head, I know the year word. So you don't have a choice. If I'm on your case, you don't have a choice. You must answer me. Even if you have to give me just 1/3 of whatever you all shall say me. But the thing is, we all still need each other one way or the other.
Yes,
the other day, there was someone that came to my factory. She was in a competition, a big competition. And she does not have all these requirements. And they needed to shoot a video. She called. In fact, she first greeted me. Hi, Tesla. I am so person. A week before that day, I replied that. I said, I know you. Nice to chat with you on here. She said, can I have your WhatsApp number? I said, work or Kineko. I said, is it work or you want the personal? She said, I gave her. Then after a few days, she will not be greeting me every morning. I said, madam, come. What do you want? I asked her, madam, what do you want? She said, okay, I hope you know. I said, talk. Because she does the same thing. The only thing that is different in our products is plantain flour. So when she told me, I said, if you people can come to Arepo, no wahala. If there is light, the day you come, don't worry. I will cover the maintenance as per God is in me today. But if there is no light, you pay for fuel. She said, no problem. And got so good. And I told her again, I said, if you are using so machines, I don't use NEPA lights. I use generator. So you have to fuel it. And she said, those are the machine she wants to use. I said, no, wahala. You can carry your fuel and come when you are coming. Or you bring money, they will go and buy. Because I don't store fuel at home. Except in the shop, rather. But if it's at home, of course. So what I do, I buy and I keep in my house. Whenever we need it, we take it to the factory. She came, she did that thing, and everybody were like, I thought you people are doing the same thing. And I was like, there will be a day I will need that. And if she not talk, I will call her out on Instagram. Shebi, you came to meet me on Insta. I will call you out publicly and I will say, when you want to do so. She said, I know you're a crazy person. I said, very good. So sometimes we just need ourselves. When I had been swallowed then because of the high price and I was really confused, I reached out to Sarah Foods. And I'm so surprised. Like she welcomed me with all hands, as if she has been waiting for me to approach her. That was it. In fact, she told me so many things about branding in a supermarket. She was just giving it to me. I was like, hey, so people can be this sweet. This. But I've met some people that they read my message and they did not answer. And when I saw them physically, I walked up to them. I said, ma, so day. I sent you messages. Don't worry, there is God. There was one I said it to, and she grabbed me and said, my sister, no verse, now we are padis. So that's like, You just speak. You need help. Speak.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get it. And if one person do not give you, go to another person.
Yeah.
Because everybody will try to hide their secrets. But let us come to think of it. Food business, like Madam Wura said, is a wide thing. You cannot service everybody. Everybody cannot be in your industry. You cannot. If you say I want to hide my secrets, hide it. Another person will have a better secret from for it. That's how life is. Yes, sir. That's
Okay.
how it works.
So we have, thank you for your for those thoughts and your experiences. But I always advise, and as we've all agreed, that we should speak up. You never can know. You can never tell who will tell you what you actually need. Like Tesla said, if somebody says no, another person might say yes, or you will get half information and you go and look for the rest of the information yourself. And okay, as somebody asked, now I have to share the questions. I think it was, who answered the last question? I on power, and yes, I answered the last question. So we have one question. Somebody asked about how do I get new customers? Osato will help us answer that. Another question is how do you stock supermarkets? She wants to know how to handle people get our products to supermarkets, and how to handle owners of supermarkets that owes business people. So Sarah, how do you handle that line of business, so stocking supermarkets and get your money back? I think I saw another question about, yes, NAFDAC. I'll help us, Madam Wura, you help us answer that of NAFDAC. How do you advise somebody that is at home, that have not started, that does not have a space yet, to go about her NAFDAC registration? I think those are the 3 questions I've majorly seen. Apart from this question, if we have any other question, maybe we'll continue in the group. Because of time, we are clocking 2 hours already. I won't want it to be more than 2 hours. So let's start with.
Sorry to cut you. Sorry, Madam Wura. Sorry, you are from which state?
How do you mean state? Like state of origin, or where I live?
Or where her company is located?
Not your company, your state of origin.
I'm from Osun State. I'm from Osun State.
You're from Osun State?
Yes.
Oh, really? Because your accent, your Yoruba accent, no be here.
Madam Wura, I say you're coming in.
State, but I grew up in
Wura, so you're my in-law. You're going nowhere. So you're my in-law. Okay, see that.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Olusola, for bringing me Arale to market. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So let's answer our questions. You go and meet at the back of the meeting. I'll do your Arale very well. So who is going first? Osato, please help us
go
answer.
First. Thank you.
How do I get new customers? You're just a new business person and you need to sell. How do you get your customers?
Okay. So how to get new customers? So I think everything can just be grouped in 2 ways. You marketing, physical marketing and online marketing. So there's something I always tell people when they say, how have you gotten these people? How have you gotten these people? You have to put in the work as a business person. Nobody's going to do that for you, especially as a starter, as a small business owner. If you cannot afford a marketer that will go out and market your product, like all these big brands. I was having a chat with one marketer of a big company, and he said, the company, they have like different types of marketers. They have a marketer for each of their products. So it's not one person that is, doing the whole marketing. For, I think, what's the name of that company? I think they make all these juice, trophy and everything. So each product has a marketer. And when they market, they have somebody else that is following up on the product. They have somebody else that is doing that. So if you cannot afford that as a small business owner, you have to put in the work. There's something the last time I did it was, I think, February or March. I pack my bag, I pack my clothes. I travel to different states and I go for marketing. I stay in Osun State. Like, no, there's not, go to where your customers are. if I want to sell in Osun State, the product that sells faster in Osun State is the 200 naira kilishi. Kilo 200 naira share in this economy, even if I sell to 1,000 people, 200 times 1,000. I have to go to where my customers are. I go to Lagos, I pack my bag, I go to Lagos. There was one time I went to Shogote, I touched all the supermarkets there. I kept going back. I said, sir, I'm from Osogbo, I'm not going back till I get a response, yes or no. And there's another thing, include God in everything. I think that's the major thing that has helped me. I backed it up with God. I said, God, this supermarket, as I step my feet, you have no choice. You must accept me. And I mean, almost all of them have accepted us so far. So you have to put in the work. I pack my bag. The next trip I'm planning, maybe is Akure. I don't know when. I went to Ibadan too. I've gone to Ibadan. I mean, you have to put in the work. Nobody is going to market your product for you. I mean, there are some products that when they sell one, maybe people that are offering a service-based business, maybe they are cleaning and everything, interior deco. I mean, from one business, one opportunity, you can earn like 100,000. But from selling one puff, can you earn 5,000 naira? No. From selling kilis, can you earn 5? No. So it's the numbers. We are after the numbers. So the more numbers you push out, the more profit you get. So that's why I'm always keen on the numbers. Oh, this month, 5,000. This month, 10,000. So, and how do you get that? By marketing. I mean, for those that are really good with, dancing, I'm still learning to dance. So they say we should be dancing on Instagram.
You don't have to. You don't have
to. On Instagram.
You don't have to.
You don't have to dance.
Because there are some people that really cash it out. So I do what I can do, on Instagram. We try to run little hard, when influential people mention us, we carry it on our head. So this person has mentioned us, so people should come and buy. Some people are also attracted to that when influential people buy from you. Then we try to also go for, put yourself out there. Another way to market your brand, put yourself, like even if you are shy, like just try any way to put yourself out there. I mean, there was a program I went for, and that marked a turning point in my business. I mean, they didn't want to call me out to talk, but I went to meet the organizer because I saw influential people there, commissioners were there, top business leaders were there. I'm like, please just let me talk. I know I just went out, I just spent 1 minute. Oh, this is the kilishi. And one thing I also noticed about people is that, about all these top people, they like, getting attached to people that are also doing something. So I made sure that I pushed out my, out the, what do they call it? The achievements of the company so far. And that was the day I got about 2 top people in Osun State interested in my brand. And since then, they've been very, very, very helpful. In fact, I can't even begin to say all the things. They've not given me money, but that connection in high places, like, iFood said, networking, that connection, sometimes people are more important than, money itself. So, in summary, because of our time, just push yourself out there. When you go out for opportunities, just look for a way to talk about your brand, talk about your story, talk about what you do, then market your products anywhere, put God first. So, I mean, I can't even count the number of business. I mean, if you don't add it, it doesn't mean you will not have it. Business attacks, relationship attacks, financial attacks also, like I can't count it, but having a backing, whether you're a Christian or a Muslim or a traditional worshiper, you must have a backing, you must have a source, so that when troubles come, you'll be able to cry that, God, you said I should do this, so where are you? Show your face. And yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much for that. Like, yeah, you just have to keep talking. Your mouth is your number one tool for marketing. Anywhere you are, in the church, in the school, you have to go and pick your children. If some people will even have their products in their bag or in their car, so that at any point they are able to tell you, this is what I sell. There's no shyness in that. That's your work. You are not stealing. You're not asking anybody for money. You're giving them value. Another thing to be able to, that I think should help you in stop you from being shy, is that you're adding value. It's not that you are not adding value to that person. What you're selling is to make that person's life better. So you should be able to say, I'm here to help you. This is the solution I have for you. Buy or not. So yeah, it is your mindset. You have to look at what you carry as being positive, and that will enable you to be able to advertise more, not be shy about talking about your product. Or do you understand? You have a solution and people out there are looking for the solution. So try to talk your number one, use your mouth wherever you go, and make sure that whatever you are offering, your products are good, so that when people use it, they can talk about it and refer it to other people. That's word of mouth, just to add to what she has said. And now we have technology, we have Instagram, we have WhatsApp, we have Twitter, we have LinkedIn. The platforms are many. There are many. So make use of it. You never know who is looking. People are always watching. They may not like, they may not comment, but the day you will see them, they'll say, I've been seeing this. You will like, when, how? But people are watching. So just keep pushing out your product. I think, Sarah, you're answering our next question about as regards supermarket stores.
Sorry, yes, I just want to add to what I said. I mean, and addition to what I said is, market your products with confidence. I don't know how many of us have watched Self-Made on Netflix. There was a point in the movie where she was marketing to one top
with
people
her full chest. With her full chest.
You're gonna be making more money. So much confidence.
That kind of energy. Yes, I strongly agree.
Yeah, I strongly agree. So just market. That Self-Made movie is one of my best movies. Can watch it again and again and again. Yeah, so watch it. It's good for every women entrepreneurs. Even though if you are not a woman, an entrepreneur, you have to be confident.
I have a recommendation as well. I think everybody needs to watch that McDonald's. The founder. That's the topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Founder.
Yes.
Founder.
Yes.
See,
Very interesting.
Your head like this, if you open. I watched that movie the second week of starting my business.
Wow.
Wow.
That's since that day. I don't know if you notice whenever I'm talking on my page, I'm always talking about investors. And I talk a lot about it in my recovering from a failed business.
Yes.
You need to be smart. You can open your eyes like this. You be like Hawk. In addition to what Osato said about selling, you will sell it with your full chest. Now, bear it in mind that not everybody will like what you are doing.
Yes,
not everybody. In fact, they'll be doing immune like this at your back. That's their cup of tea. That's their headache. That's their problem. It's not your own. Your own is you're selling this thing. You're selling it with your full chest. I was upset sometimes last week, and I put on my status that if you are tired of me talking about my business, maybe you should stop talking to me, because I'm not going to stop. This life is money I give to count. Yes. If you want to remain, that's your cup of tea. Don't project your negativity onto me. It's not my problem. My own job as a CEO is to first sell whatever it is I'm selling. No matter the number of staff you want to have in this life, your number one job as the owner of the business is to sell. Because I was sharing targets yesterday for the next quarter during our staff meeting, and they were surprised I was sharing targets for myself. I said, why? What happened? They said, MD are going to say, I said, all of us are doing this thing together. What would I say? So if me, your guy, bringing in times 10 of the targets, you that are paying salary, they not born you where to sit down and be holding hand. While learning now, we go. I'm sorry for being very, very, very direct, but this is just me. I don't like wasting money. I hate it. Anything that will waste my money, just get out. But when they see that you yourself, you are doing it with your full chest. No, I'm sorry, I'm mechanic, I'm a plumber, I'm everything. Women in tech. They say something will happen. I will say, let me see it. They call mechanics come and do customers. I say, go shake it, even though sometimes I have to first call my husband and find out pay. But they have to first see that they will give themselves brain. They will not want to cheat you. So you have to be able to mix it. You have to be. But that thing that she said, that this thing that Osato said, carry that business on your shoulder like this and your head. You don't have to dance. Personally, I don't particularly enjoy it. I'm a very funny person backstage or whatever, but I intentionally like to remove myself from, God forbid, what if I die tomorrow? What will happen? If they don't see me, they will not buy. Do you understand? So I don't really like that dance. It's a personal something.
Yeah.
It works for many people, I must say. It works for many. But for me, I don't like it. If I do it, it's because I have to. Yes, because I believe that value will always find its way. That's one thing that I used to hold on to. Value will always find its way. No, and if you're a good person, if your brand is good, if your product is good, trust me, you don't need to be if it works for you, wallahi, stick to it. It will pay. If it doesn't work for me as a person, and that's just a personal thing, some other people are cashing out big time. Tesla Foods, she's doing an amazing job with it, and she doesn't have a problem with it. And it's good. It works for her. So find that thing that works for you best. But above all, on top of everything, you see that business is your own. Nobody, if they say you're doing too much, you tell them no problem. By the time your business has started to count millions, they'll
say they know that person.
They say, I'm on your revenue, she can go. But that's the beauty of it, right? As a business, I shared this thing on my page too, some days ago, maybe a week ago. They will think that you are a mad person. Nobody wants to. You are the one that know what is chasing you. You are the one that know, I want to get to this place. So how will I do it like this? Because everything that you be saying is like French. Nobody would understand. You want to go and blow money again. You want to go and squander money again because investment is expensive. You know, I think that my what's it called? Let me not talk too much. That's why I know how to talk before. I don't
Please talk.
Because that's why I want to answer my question. Somebody else was going to talk about supermarket. Let me allow them to
Yeah. And sorry, okay, Sarah, say for supermarket.
I'm not even the one you're supposed to give supermarket to.
It
should be iylfoods.
IYL. No, I don't think so.
No, I think you should start. You will add to whatever you say.
Okay, let me start with the with the accreditations and the license.
Okay, yes, because that's what will lead you to supermarkets.
That's what will lead me to supermarket. Okay, so to be honest, that licensing part is something that you cannot take away from your business. It's something that as a business owner, you don't have, as a food entrepreneur, you don't have a choice per se, especially if you want to stock supermarkets. Like, so I can't remember who said it during this session that some stores will not stock it because they lock their stores, they bill them so much money, blah, blah, blah. They do that, yes. So I won't say that. And then the mistake some of us make is we don't have NAFDAC. We'll now go and put it on our page that so supermarket is stocking the product. Because people want to have access to your product, yes, but NAFDAC people too, they're online.
Yes,
like this. Last year, I think it was November, Lagos State, for some reason, I was away. And then I just got a call that Lagos State sent some representatives to my factory to come and check something about petroleum, whatever. Everything they brought basically was not related to food. I don't use preservatives. I don't use chemicals. I don't use oil. I don't use petroleum, jelly, or whatever it is they came for. But where did they see information about me and my brand? Online.
Online now.
Yes, so they're everywhere. You need to be observant. Now, when you want to get these things, especially as a startup, and I will say this because many of the trainings that I take, most of the questions that come up there are, how do I get NAFDAC? First of all, analyze that product you are doing, that business. Do you really need NAFDAC? Are you in that place that you need that NAFDAC? Because, and then if you are there, if I decide to go and get NAFDAC, what's the cost implication? Maybe I don't have money, for instance. I don't have money now, and I say I want to go. Maybe when I started my business, that's my first me. I started business with how much, and I say, my next step now is NAFDAC. I said I like good things. I used to look up like.
I saw your story on NAFDAC.
I saw fat. It's not even beans. Me, I don't like sulfur eggs. I don't like, as I am, what is it called that I am, as a as aggressive as I am with business and marketing and everything, anything that takes away my peace of mind, I don't like it. So I was able to decide when I saw the stress that has to do, I like you doing things from scratch, or you get the credit for it and everything. But if I have somebody that I can pay money and say, please, I want to do this thing, help me and sort it out. My dear, I will do it because I will want to sleep.
Yes, sir.
If I have that money, if I have the capacity to do it, I will do it. Now, what I tell people is, when you are starting and you want to do NAFDAC, don't just go and be using your money to buy machine. You need your money to go and use as if for inventory. You need to stock raw materials. You need to stock packaging materials. You need money for ad. If you are selling online. So how then do you want to use? You want to first buy machine, get NAFDAC approved facility. You will first rent money too is there. Equipment money too is there.
Set up.
You will now pay staff that you don't have customer base yet. Mm-hmm. It's not realistic. In my opinion, I feel like it still goes back to leveraging. Go and leverage on people that do this thing. In fact, I took it up when I started to do it. I started doing it for free before. Like, you want to do this thing. It's because I feel people's pain. It's weird for, it's weird to see somebody like me saying that I genuinely want to help you, because it's doing business takes everything from you. It takes everything. You will be stressed. Your mental health will be questioned. Your family life too. You don't have time for anything. Everything will be questioned. You will be under a lot of pressure, and you need to balance it. And everybody would expect you to be a super human, but you need to find ways in which you can leverage on this. If you don't have capacity to buy a machine, don't go. Somebody saw the packing machine I posted on. The packing video of sachet I posted on IYL page one time. Person was like, "Oh my goodness, this thing." See, if I could turn back the hands of time, I won't own that machine. I promise you. I will go and look for somebody that has that equipment that can pack from. I will say, take money. How much? If it's 4 naira, you want to be charging me on top of the sachet that you have, please take the 4 naira.
You buy your color.
I will buy my nylon. Do whatever I want. Pia. In fact, I started at a point I couldn't, because you cannot go and do you will do cylinder. Me and my boy with cost of cylinder and nylon. I just went to buy transparent nylon and I put small sticker on top. I will go and use money to do cylinder. Just to test the market. So partner with people that already have these resources so that they can help you. For instance, if my facility does it, we'll carry somebody. Okay, you want NAFDAC, you want to do this thing, I'll get a consultant. Please analyze this person's job. This is what this person does. Inspect this person, inspect my facility for this person's purpose. So that you can, after your NAFDAC number, you can go back to your kitchen and go and be packing your thing and be producing your thing there. Nobody has to know. I'm not teaching you bad thing. I'm just telling you that you can start small.
Yeah, it's collaboration. I think it's collaboration.
You can just because you need that number, you don't because you need that number go and set up an expensive facility. You will wound yourself.
There are even some products that NAFDAC itself recognized from home now that you can do.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you have money, pay agents, do everything.
You will be and find your way.
They will just take your product for inspection.
I think the first step for some people here that wants NAFDAC, I'm sure they've not even been to NAFDAC office. First of all, go to their office
and find out.
Yes. Find out. Then you now know, okay, so what's the next step? Then look for people to collaborate with. I want this, I want that. Exactly. Do you understand?
So I became a staff at NAFDAC office that one of their security people were like, "Auntie, are you a new staff? What department?" I was a body coming from
So you need to, first of all, these agencies, they are there. They are not to be afraid. You are not to be afraid of them. Go to their offices. This is what I want to do. How do I start? Then you now know, okay, what's the next step? Maybe you need to collaborate with somebody like Madam Ayeni Founder has said, so that you can, the address, people do these things. You understand? You collaborate, use their facility, get your number, and you're in business and you'll be able to stock in
Now,
supermarkets and even
the
export.
supermarket part, before Tesla takes over, please.
Okay.
After getting your NAFDAC number, another thing is getting the stores. Please bear in mind that supermarkets, if you are not careful, they will run your business down.
Dada.
Only gbese, parawu, that's what they are. See, if you are not ready to give it, if you want to stock supermarkets, it's good. It's very good. Why? It gives you visibility and access to people.
Yes.
People because how many people do you want to sell to one-on-one? Let us be honest. I want to sell. Can I sell 2,000 pieces to you? How many people do I want to knock their door in maybe a day or 2 days or like a week? Let's even say 1 week. In Nigeria, there's no money anywhere. So if you now decide to have maybe 10, let's even say 10 stores alone, and you have 2 SKUs. By SKU, I mean 2 different products. You can even have the same product with 2 different sizes. Let's say we have puff mix now, and we have ofada rice. Or no, we have puff mix and kilishi, and we want to stock supermarkets, and you have 10. Imagine one store buying half carton. Now calculate the half carton in a month. Do you know it's something? I'm just saying it as a startup. It's something. However, bear in mind that 10 cartons that you are selling, that 5 cartons you are selling, that money might not come to you immediately. So they are the one that will now go back and do your assignments with making noise so that people will go back there and go and buy it. Then the quicker they sell, the more they give you your money. If you cannot do SOR, supermarket is not for you. SOR is payment on what's the meaning of that their SOR again?
Payment
Sales on return.
Thank you. Sales on return. I've sold to a store before. After a year, they told me to come out. Because some people stopped them. After 1 year, you are now coming to me. After you have allowed water to damage the rice, you now called me to come and replace 4 bags of 5 kg. 5 kg.
5 kg. No.
5 kg, to come and replace 4 bags. I don't insult my customers, I'm sorry, but these people, they had it. They collected it. So the transport that I used, so the transport I used to bring my product to your shop, did you pay? The profit margin that I'm supposed to pay, you use 1 year to hold it. You are now coming to you have the nerve to tell me to come and replace the market. 4 bags. When we got there, we realized that water poured there. How will you put rice, for crying out loud? The rice in your own house, will you put it beside water? Will you be able to eat? I don't know. So it's at the end of the day, we went back and forth. We shared the cost. I paid some, they carried some. We are still maintaining the same relationship. It's true. I'm of the opinion that if you owe me money today, if we fight, collect it, you buy another one. Tomorrow again, we fight, collect another one, you buy another one. My money is in your hand, you give me. Do you understand what I mean? If you like fight me tomorrow, my money is still your hand. Tomorrow I still come and meet you. Please, there's still rice, so there's new product. Sure, you take that one first. Maybe we leave the rice. That's how I am. But have it at the back of your mind that there are some stores that will not pay you until they finish selling. There are some stores that will pay you upfront as you are supplying, they are paying. There are some stores that over time, because of relationship, they already know you, you are their regular customer, and it will help you, especially when you are selling. You can want to say, you know what, since you've been buying three cartons every month now, you people are doing it okay now. Hey, share up 5 cartons. If you buy 5 cartons, I give you half carton for free. If your marginal cost, as in if your cost can carry it, the price like, okay, let us see. And then you tip the people. You too, as it, don't be a cargo. If you're like this, later. People that are in stores are your go-to people. Those merchandisers too, sometimes appreciate them. I was in Jendol Abule Egba one day, and a fellow ofada rice seller barged into the manager's office and was shouting, was ranting. Why? She said because the salesperson on that aisle, the person was really talking about another brand of ofada when there are many ofada brands there. I sat down there like I don't know anything. Say, how can they be said that they're saying no IYL Founder, they're doing this one. Funny enough, that day was the very first day I met that merchandiser. The very first time I would meet her was that day. After that conversation, but apparently the salesperson has been going there, had been giving her gifts, had been talking to her about things, you know, just appreciating her, basically. So, you know, when you give to people, they would be happy to help you. When you give, like when you, I don't know, maybe I want to shame me. My husband have used to abuse me. Everybody is happy, everybody help. It's not everybody you can help, but I just feel there is a gap that needs to be mended with that help. So help people. Just, you don't even know. You don't know whether it's the kind words that you say that would, you know, motivate them to want to do it. This woman came and was ranting. Why would they be saying why this thing down? The manager just looked at me. So I continue to press my phone. I not do as if I'm IYL. Bottom line is appreciate people, you know, and then they will help you to push your products.
Okay, so Sarah, do you want to add to that so that we'll round up?
Yes. Yeah. You see why I said you should give it to her, because she has the full experience for them. See, the thing is, stores and owing money, we cannot take it away from them, because as they are helping us to put our business out there, they too are using our money to develop their places or their supermarkets and co. As I speak to you, there is a store I started supplying. Let me to cover their name, Sha. I started supplying when? Was it I think October? Yeah. Till date, I've not collected my sales or return money, the first money. But the funniest thing is they have 5 branches. Do you know that out of 5 branches, 4 called back for second supply? I told them, I said, pay. For you to call back for second supply, it means that you do what? There is sales, pay. Each one of them started paying. I supplied them. Till days, we are still dragging, only for us to now discover that it is the farthest one, Gungan, that the guy there is doing like with it. He said because the day I came, he wanted to, because I followed one of my sisters that sell yogurts. Osato knows her. He was like, I did not, I did not know. He wanted to take the yogurts and open it. And I said, oh God, we have given your people sample. Don't let us open this one. Let us sell this one. Don't worry, we'll bring another one. I said, but I've owed it. That's how, submit my receipts. I did not talk you. Everybody, I went to their office. I went. The last one like this, that was either my yogurt auntie Gogona gave me their accountant's number. When I saw a picture on WhatsApp, I saw that she's like a mommy. I just said, hello, mommy. Mommy, these people did not pay me. They want your daughter to starve. Mommy, the woman could not even ask, who are you? She said, which of your products? I said, I am that puff-puff lady girl. She was like, oh, puff-puff. Which of the puff-puff? I said, purple color. Because my color is purple. Immediately I said purple. She said Tesla. She said, what happened? I said, mommy, I did not know. I did not know. I was the one that called, but I gave her a card. I sent her a card. I sent her 1,005 card. Card I did not give my own mother. I sent it to her. She was like, but you're the one that called. I said, mommy, for your stress. She said, okay, thank you. It did not take 2 weeks. That woman called. She started calling every time. Don't worry, my dear. I have called them. Even that one that you said it was rude to you, don't worry, we'll deal with them. So it still boils back to giving. So whenever you have to build a relationship with them. There is this store in Arepo. Because of them, I decided not to supply few other stores in Arepo so that I can always get my money. These people, sometimes it is the amounts they send that will know the packs they need. Like how many bundles they need. It is the money. Sometimes we have to call, hello, I need. In fact, I told them one day, I said, you people, you don't have shame. They said, what do I said, you don't have shame. I did birthday, you people cannot send me something. The accountants, after our first initial meeting, me and the accountants, we wanted to exchange blows. The man was like, why are you a tout? But you're a woman. I said, Shebi, you're shouting at me. I was greeting you. I don't know what happened that you're yelling at me. If you're angry with your stuff, you don't come to me. Later, we became friends. He was the one that brought out money from his pocket. I said, Tesla in a person. Oh yeah, go downstairs, go and carry 4,000 naira cake for her. I got back home with cake. Everybody were like, oh, took cake. And I say, yes, they gave me cake from because I always give back to them. But the thing is, the way you can deal with them is, there are some that if you see that they owe you, please pull out your market at times. Because these things, sales or return, you need to, is your money you are using. And that money, you need to put it back.
You need this, yeah.
You need to put that money back. So if you feel like, I won't lie to you, Blanco was one of the supermarkets last year that scattered my revenue or my financial record. They were one of those people. I will keep saying it everywhere, because at the end of the day, imagine living from Lagos by the expressway, Arepoye, to Island, and going on. And my other distributor guy said, was like, he's tired. When he heard that I got some money from there, was like, how did you do it? I said, don't worry. Shebi, it's me, don't worry. So sometimes you can work with these people. What do we call themselves? Is it retailers? Yes.
Yeah, retailers.
Yes. If you feel you don't have that energy, you can just mingle with them. Try and put their head like this under your armpits with kindness. It is just as she said that someone was fighting that why is it that they are marketing? That's how they will be doing for all your products. All these retailers too, they have so much products with them. They have so much, but your interaction and your relationship with them too will determine how far your products will go. So if you can do that, do it with them. They have their own charges to give it to them, do it with them. And if you know you're going to store direct, build a relationship with them. Try and have a relationship. Because once those stores, as we are talking now, I just received money. I don't know if you saw that I smiled somehow. I just received a delivery from store.
Send my share.
Have you said our tithes to food prices first?
Those people, they usually pay on the 3rd day, because by the time I used to supply them mostly Wednesdays, because I know that Friday is their payday for product owners, for vendors. So I used to make sure it's that Wednesday so that they will know my money is too much. So they did not pay yesterday. I just sent a message to the guy that I know there very well. I just said, my Oga Alpha now, hope you don't see rain. That was what I sent to people. And he said, I don't see rain, no. I say, okay, no worries. So I didn't go help you carry puff, come, hot one, safe. He said, I know they work today. I say, okay, no worry. Another rain, you go shop up. And today, I saw my money. So you need to build relationship with them. If not, your money, they will just tie down your money. So many products, so many vendors, their money, they are tied down. And they are running at loss. So if you know that you cannot do that sales or return, most of them, about 85% of them, they used to say that you will push it to you, sales or return. And for pricing, again, for your pricing, if possible, go there, go and know how much they are, before you even talk to them about supplying them, go and know how much they are taking all other products. So that by the time you take your own there, you know how to bargain with them. Even if they are
sorry to cut you.
Yes,
to keep it in, many of them use like 20-25% profit margin.
Yeah.
So when you get to the shelf and you see that the product is selling at social price, remove 25% from it. That's probably how much they are collecting it from other vendors. So you can use it to work on your own pricing.
For your own price.
Yes, so that you won't run at a loss at the end of the day. Because so many people will be like, I'm just supplying stuff, I'm not saying anything. That is how you have to do it. And if not, your money will just keep tying down. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I need to say that if you have any issues with structure in your business, I always say that thing. If you have any issues with structure, you need to please reach out to me. I'm very.
You're muted. You're muted.
You're muted.
Away. So I'm saying that I need to put that there, that if you have issues with structure in your business, if you want or you need anything in light in regards to that, you can, if you know 07 Foods, you can ask her. One of the most approachable people that you can ever think of. Trust me, if you judge based on the serious pictures that you see on the ground, you never be able to talk to me. But I play a lot, and trust me, because I've with staffing, I've had it. I've had it. So if you need help, if you need any form of guidance, just reach out to me, right? We can discuss. And don't forget to buy books, all these things.
Yeah, I'll put the link of your books on.
Yeah.
I will be posting it in the group. If you need to get her books, read, you learn, and our Instagram handles are already on the flyer. I think I'll put it there if you need to reach out to any one of them on Instagram and build the relationship and all of that. I hope we've learned a lot. There's a lot.
Please, sorry, someone said I should teach her how to dance. I don't used to dance. See, I just that I'm a digital marketer. I used to be one for a company I worked with, so it's not that I dance. So, but the thing is, I studied all my platform and their audience. Studied them, then you know how to interact with them. Like now, people don't take me serious, so they used to. So I have to always come online as an unserious person so that you buy. But when we get to LinkedIn, we'll start posting serious picture and English. We'll be blowing grammar and the rest. Then when we go to Twitter, we act like the bluebird people too. And talk to you, act like one. And then WhatsApp, they know I am a nuisance there, so they don't have a choice. If they don't like me, they should block me. If I'm hungry, they will not give me money. They will just say, don't worry, a whole CEO is broke. So just do your thing. You don't need to dance. Do your thing. Do it.
Yeah, do whatever makes you comfortable.
Just do your
thing. Yeah. Thank you so much, every one of you that attended. Thank you for spending a whole over 2 hours with us, listening to our gist, listening to our talk. And it's because it's impactful. That's why we've stayed this long. And I want to say thank you. And for our guests that have agreed, like Owo Connie, I just said, will you do this? They just said yes. Will you do this? You just said yes. And I want to say thank you for always answering me when I call. I appreciate you guys and I love you. And I wish you all the best. And every one of us that owns businesses, thank you. And I wish you all the best in your business. And there's something they say, don't be the hearer alone, be the doer. So whatever you've gotten from this session, apply it, reach out, join the group, and we all be able to achieve our goals together. So at this note, I want to say thank you, iylfoods. Thank you, Teslie. Thank you, Elizabeth. And to some other time, another session, another amazing session.
You're coming, I'm coming. I am coming.
Really
let me go and save
no
up.
problem. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.